Welcome to episode 120 of Sorry for the Delay. I'm your editor, Mia. This week is a Valentine's Day special episode. Sean and Joshua explore various themes related to love, wine, and relationships. We get 600 million gallons of interesting wine facts and a notebook's worth of Valentine's Day movies, plus some Valentine-themed Would You Rather questions that are sure to make you blush or shake your head. All that and more. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean and this is Joshua. And Joshua, this is episode 120, a beautiful even number. But it is also our third Valentine's Day special, buddy. This episode will be full of Valentine's Day facts and figures, some fun sexual innuendos, and just a plethora of things having to do with the V-Day. Joshua, but like I do every week, how are you doing this Valentine's Day week?
I know, right? This is Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope if you haven't found love, like I said earlier in the week or last month, I mean, hopefully by now you're finding love, because again, this is the month of love, and I truly feel like there is somebody out there for everybody. So, gosh, and you know what? I'm just going to be real quick here. If you'd like, put a comment if you're single in the comments. Because maybe these two guys can help you find love. I mean, this isn't a pop the balloon type podcast, but you never know. There is over 90 of you now. Maybe some of you are looking for love, and I would be very happy to hook some of you guys up with each other. You never know.
All right. Well, shit. I don't even know where to go from that.
Yeah, I know, right? No, but overall I'm doing good. It's just a nice, beautiful day, and I'm happy to be here. Happy for everybody watching, listening, and excited for another episode, man. 120
episodes. Feels fitting that it's a Valentine's Day episode, buddy, because I'm wearing my beautiful colored shirt for you. This is my Monsters. I was going to say Monsters University t-shirt. It's Monsters Universe. Universal Monsters Universe. It's pretty fun. I like it.
Universal.
Lost my chain of thought on that one. But buddy, hey, what is in your cup on this special celebratory episode, buddy?
So for what's in my cup, I figure. I mean, I didn't dress up like Sean did. Unfortunately,
he never does.
Every collared T-shirt I own looks like crinkled up bacon. So I don't have a mint collared T-shirt to put on. And by looking at me, if you had to guess, like, do you think I'm the type of guy that owns an iron? You know, I'm going to sit there and crease out a collar on my T-shirt. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not that guy. I just threw on the the pullover, and that's what I got, man. I'm not super dressed up. But today, I guess if you could call this fancy, I'm going to be drinking wine on this episode, Sean.
Ooh.
And this is that, buddy? Okay, so this is Wrath wine. It's a Pinot Noir. It's from Monterey. It's a 2023 mix or blend or whatever you call these things. This one came highly recommended. I have yet to try it. Empty glass, open and breathing, airing out bottle.
Oh,
so
you're learning, my boy.
Yeah,
I love it.
So let me go ahead and pour
that
up,
wine. While you pour that, who recommended this wine to you?
A friend of ours that actually goes to one of the wineries out in Carmel, and they said it was really good, and I trust their sophisticated palates, because I don't go to wineries all the time, and I'm not saying they do either, but hey, man, I trust people who drink wine.
One last question before you take a sip of that. Do they listen to this podcast?
I hope they don't. Holy shit.
Okay, good, because I want to hear your honest opinion on this wine.
I mean, if they probably wouldn't be my friend no more, to be honest. I mean, geez, we talk about a lot of stuff. Who knows? But yeah, maybe they do. Who knows? I mean,
I guess
if
you'll
you go
find
up
out
a subscriber, maybe they are listening. Who knows after this? But let me go ahead and take a sip of it. Let me try it, man. This is my first time trying this. Let's see.
Here he goes. He's taking a big old sip from a stolen cup. I will say that right now.
It's not stolen where you can take it back. It's borrowed right now, okay?
He's renting that cup. All right, how is it? How's that wine?
It's actually pretty good. I'm going to take another sip. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, he likes it. Okay. Would you describe the flavors, Joshua, as a grape juice? Easy sipping? No. It's
not like grape juice, but it does sip really, really well. It's not very harsh. It doesn't feel thick and coats your tongue real heavy. I don't know if you can call wine an easy drink, but that one certainly is it's very pleasurable. So Will I be drinking the whole bottle this episode? I don't know.
Damn, I know I will.
It's really good. Thank you for the recommendation.
There you go. Yeah, thank you, anonymous source.
Drinking wine. Yeah. So what do you got? What are you sipping on over
Buddy,
there, Sean?
it's the Valentine's Day special. Of course, I got the same thing. Not the same wine, but I got some wine, buddy. I got some wine. I wanted to do something a little different this year. I got something I usually don't get. This is Storytellers. I really like this this wine. It's called Ever After. It's from Sonoma County, and it's a red blend, buddy. I usually don't do red blends because I don't really like the flavor profile of them, but I wanted to try their red blend because I'm a big fan of all their other wines. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it out into my my officially sponsored Sorry for the Delay wine glass. There you go. And I'll go ahead and pour that out. And like I said, buddy, I just don't like the flavor of blends because it's usually a blend of like Cabernets, Pinots, in different percentages. And so sometimes those flavors don't mix well and they kind of just become off-putting. But here we go. This is the first time I've ever had this one. So here you go. Cheers, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everybody watching and listening. Cheers to you guys as well. Here we go. Oof. Ooh. Okay.
He does. Okay. All right.
Initial.
Okay.
Initial flavor profile is very strong. Blackberry jam flavor. A little bit of tartness. No pepper notes, so it's kind of smooth, kind of easy on the tongue. It overall, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. This is like a real easy, like if you're not careful, you can drink a whole bottle of this. I mean, I'm going to drink a whole bottle of this, but if you're not careful, you can definitely do that within like 30 minutes. So I honestly, buddy, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
You're going 7 out of 10?
7 out of 10.
I'm surprised because the face you made it was not a 7 out of 10.
That's because initially,
kind of questioning.
Initially, it gave me kind of like a little bit of off-put, like a almost, yeah. See, initially that first hit almost gives you like an alligator tongue, like it's just a little bit dry, just a little rough, and that's kind of like it kind of threw me off a little bit. But after that subsides, definitely sweet. I don't know. I think you have to really have a palate for red wine. Otherwise, you will probably not like this. But I do have a palate for red wine because I'm a connoisseur of alcohol in general. So there's that.
That he is, folks. Sean does know how to put him back.
But buddy, before we move on,
yeah.
I know this is one of the topics in the chat with this section, but I kind of want, because we're drinking wine right now, I kind of want to talk about this.
Okay.
I want to throw some wine facts at you, buddy. Are you okay with that? You okay with some wine facts?
I'm totally, throw out some wine facts because I don't know anything about wine other than how to open a bottle and just drink it.
All right, so then I'll make it like a little game, buddy. We'll do like a little game with this. Joshua, can you name the 3 largest wine producing nations globally? Like if you had to think of wine in the whole entire world, where do you think the 3 most popular wines get made?
Okay, what if could I go like Italy or France or
yes. Wait, I'll tell you right now, you got 2.
Okay.
You got 2 out of 3.
That was Jesus. Can I say Germany?
Ooh, sorry, buddy. It is Italy, Spain, and France. They are the 3 largest wine producing nations globally, which is obvious, right? Obviously, Europe,
that makes sense.
Right? But let's get a little closer to home, buddy. Let's get a little more in depth. Joshua, did you know every single state in the U.S., which there are 50 for the record, you don't know, there are 50 states, has at least one active winery?
I did not know that. No.
Right? That's pretty cool, though. Every state has one active winery, which means every state makes a little bit of wine, which is pretty cool. But Joshua, let's get even deeper, buddy. Let's talk about your state. All right?
Okay, my state.
Let's talk about...
Yeah, we are in different states. You're right.
Because we all know California, right? In the United States, yes. California is the largest producing winery, or largest producer of wines, right? Buddy, do you know the percentage of how much California wine makes? So, like on a scale of 100, how much California wine do you think is specifically made in the United States?
I would say we probably make up like 85% of the market.
My God, Joshua, I feel like you've had this fact written down somewhere because it is approximately 81 to 85% of the nation's total wine production, which is crazy. There are over 4,300 wineries and major regions like Napa and Sonoma that produce over 600 million gallons, Joshua, of wine annually, buddy. Annually, 600 million gallons. You could probably kill a small child with that amount of wine. So, just for the record. But, buddy, the question I really want to ask you is this. What is the second state that produces the most wine?
Well, you got to think about climate. Gets really hot, gets really cold. I would think it still has to be on the West Coast. You can't go too far into the middle. And yeah, so I would have to say maybe like Arizona or Texas, maybe. But dude, like throw Utah in there. I don't know. But I would say Arizona just because I know there's extremes there as well. But you know, depending on where you're, the microclimates here and there, like in California, maybe you could pull it off in Arizona.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, buddy, you're wrong. But you had the right mindset, right? West Coast for sure. But you got to look more where I'm at. Washington State produces 5% of the United States wine production is 5% on that. So Washington is the second biggest, which is wild to me because the Washington wine up here sucks. It is gross. So there's that.
Well, I'd imagine because the seasons are so heavy out there, right? And you can't put a whole bunch of grapes and you can't build a greenhouse big enough. You're right. It's just not practical. It's not cost efficient. Like it's not going to work. And very seasonal. I would imagine it's very seasonal and it's dependent on weather, which you guys get a lot of up there.
We really don't get a lot of sun most of the year. You know, that's what really produces sugar in grapes. So we get a lot more bitter wines, and so it's a lot more tannin forward up here. That doesn't mean, I take it back. I mean, that doesn't mean there aren't any good Washington wines, but it's just harder to get them up here. So take that for what you will. And buddy, the last thing I want to talk about here in this little short segment, do you know what the most popular wine is?
I'm going to go a Pinot.
Oh, Joshua, you're so fucking close. The most popular wine is a Cabernet Sauvignon. So the Cabernet is the most popular, followed by Merlots, Pinots, and then white wines. So you're close. You're close. I got to give you that.
I feel like I've been close since the start of this. I mean, maybe I should go buy a lotto ticket. Holy shit.
You're edging right now, buddy. You're on the edge of the wine knowledge. You know, I'm surprised you knew as much as you did, to be quite frank.
Well, it's funny. I mean, where I live, it's like I can't go into a store without seeing a whole library of wines. So being in California, I think I'm just overexposed to wines. And lately, I've been going to a place called Total Wine and More, and it's just amazing to see the variety and what's out there. And it's like, I don't think you'd be getting all that if you didn't live in California. Maybe, and things would probably be like triple the price because they'll have to be like imported and taxes or whatever. But yeah, it's
expensive to ship that shit out, man. Yeah, glass bottles are heavy. So
yeah, and I've been to Napa. Went to Napa once or twice. So I kind of feel like it's just, I just know that this is where I live, and it just feels like everything comes from this place.
Yeah, which is a great, like, I mean, Joshua, do you really like wine? Like, are you a wine connoisseur?
I wouldn't say a connoisseur, but I do enjoy wine. I've kind of been steering towards wine. Yeah, I mean, there's wine or the just like, I don't want to sound like an alcoholic, but like straight liquor. You know, I know that sounds bad, right?
Straight from the bottle.
Right? I'm sure there's a better way of saying that. There's probably a better word. But yeah, I mean, sometimes just a nice sip over some cloudy ice, you know, why not?
Okay.
You know?
I just thought I'd ask because, you know, there's really, I think wine has a huge market, but I feel like there's not a lot of people who like their first choice is wine, you know? So it's kind of like a rare thing in this day and age, at least with younger people, I find.
Well, and I think in the States, I think it's like that
Yeah, in the States.
because you go overseas, like you said, Spain, France. I think
they drink that shit in the morning. Yeah, as a snack. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I'm sure somebody's like poured it into cereal at some point.
Oh,
why would you use water? Why would you use milk? All you got in the fridge, just got
a bottle of wine. Wee wee. That Chuck kind of jogged my memory here on a question. Do you remember the first time you had a wine, Joshua? Do you remember the first time you had wine?
Wine. I would. Yeah, wine. I didn't start drinking until I was older. I had tons of beer, tons of it just didn't. I always went for the buzz, So I didn't think wine was one of those things that kind of gets you tipsy.
Yeah.
Until I started experiencing the soft feel and the glow that wine brings to
Soft feel and the glow.
It does. I think wine, you know what? If you're not into wine and you feel bloated all the time from drinking beer or liquor just gets you there too fast, you get, liquor punches you in the faces. Maybe try a little bit of wine. You have to get used to it. Not very many.
Build the flavor profile.
Yeah, you got to build that flavor profile, like Sean said. And I think anybody could find a wine. I feel like this is turning into the wine episode, by the way. But
it kind of is. Huh? Hey, I mean, you can't have Valentine's Day without a little bit of wine. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely, buddy.
All right, but you don't remember your first time drinking wine?
No way, dude. I couldn't imagine. It just didn't seem like it would get me there fast enough. So, okay. I mean, I probably had wine for the first time out of desperation, to be honest.
It's the only thing that you could that was in the house. You get getting the shakes, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck it.
It's like when you run out of weed and you start huffing on paint cans, just to get a fix. It's like you just go to the wine cellar. Like, what's this shit? It's all dusty. Comes out like syrup, and you're like, oh, you've never had it before. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. Do you water it down? Boil it for a little
concentrated.
bit. Concentrated. Exactly. Like, if you don't know what it is, you've never opened a bottle. Shit.
Oh, fuck. That's great. All right, buddy. That's all I wanted to know. I, for the record, I don't remember when I had wine for the first time. I just know that I enjoy it now. So there's that. But Joshua, let's go ahead and over to the chat with us section now that we've killed like 25 minutes. So
right.
Let's get into some of these topics. We have so many topics, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can take one of them out, but we'll figure it out later. But let's go ahead and give you your topics for the week. They are as followed, if I can read them. Snuggle Trouble V-Day movies. That is the first one on the list. Breakup side of Valentine's Day. For the record, I did read these. I did read these before, and I'm failing miserably to reread these. The third topic after that is fake wine or fun times, and the last topic is what is this one?
Jesus.
Fucking falling apart here. Holy
Call this
shit.
guy up. Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Aphrodisiacs, real or placebo? That's the word I was looking at. Aphrodisiacs. And then there is a bonus one on there if we get to it. It's just a question mark. Doesn't have a title, so we'll figure that out when we get there.
There's always more chicken on the bone with these two guys. So
there's more chicken on the bone. And then show me a picture of a chicken with no meat.
Yeah, there you go. That's we'll see if we get to the last one. I mean, we just threw a question mark on there. This, usually the last topic turns into like a fun one because we've been, doing this for almost an hour. So we just, that's what that last topic generally gets into. So stay tuned for that one if we get there. That one will be fun. But yeah, Sean, here we go. Snuggle Trouble V-Day movies. Before we get into the actual, because I got questions about movies for you, Sean. It's where it's this pre-Valentine's Day, and sometimes snuggling up, can cause a little bit of trouble. Sometimes babies come from this stuff, and sometimes we want to watch a good movie, but I was having a hard time finding Valentine's Day movies, so I had to go to the good old IMBD website to look up a few movies, and you're going to have to either agree with me or disagree with me or meet in the middle if these are in fact Valentine's Day movies that you would watch or snuggle up with somebody, maybe get in a little bit of trouble. Okay.
Oui.
Exactly. Right. All right, so the first one, some of you may have or may not have seen this movie. It came out in 1997. Sean?
97, okay.
Titanic. Do you think Titanic is a snuggle up?
Oh my God.
Getting a little, like, come on.
You know what's funny about Titanic, buddy? Fun fact about me is when Titanic came out, my family purchased the VHS tapes of Titanic. And that was the first time I've ever seen a movie split into 2 VHSs because that movie was so fucking long. And I never got to the second part because at the end of the first part is the nudist scene. And I just always replayed that scene over and over again. So I guess for a young Sean, I guess it is a Valentine's Day tradition. So, but older Sean says, nah, Titanic is not really a Valentine's Day movie unless you want to be bored for like an hour. And then
I mean, you would probably have to find like Leonardo, like a big heartthrob, or Kate Winslet, or Billy Zane. You'd have to kind of like dig into them and really want them to be your Valentine's Day crush as you're snuggling up with somebody. Like in case the person you're next to isn't easy on the eyes, you always have the TV to look at, if things just get a little uncomfortable,
Overall, okay, so not doing it for me. Not doing it.
Okay, you're passing. You're
passing that shit off to somebody who wants that. So
it's causing more trouble for you than snuggling. Got it.
Yeah.
The Notebook is number 2.
Good movie. So now it's like, what defines a Valentine's Day movie? Is it just like romantic, like romance movies? Is that Valentine's Day? Is that Valentine's Day? Because The Notebook is a romantic movie and it's sad, but is that the vibe you want to go with? Like, it's sad and obviously it's happy, but I don't know. Like, if it's Valentine's Day and it's you and me, Joshua, and we're sitting on the couch, I throw on The Notebook. Like, are we cuddling? Or are we just like getting sad? So I'm on the fence with this one. Honestly, I'm really on the fence. If you choked me out and you were asking me to give you an answer, I would say yes, it is a Valentine's Day movie, but I'm not gonna like it. Usually I'm all for it, but I'm not gonna like the answer. So
I have a random ass fun story to tell about The Notebook real quick. So
Sure.
When I lived in San Diego for a little bit, and one of my roommates, who will remain nameless in case he ever comes across, I don't want to alienate him in any way. I came home.
About to kink shame him.
I came home one afternoon, and I kid you not, that he played a band. He was standing on the living room coffee table with a 12-pack of Bud Light on the couch, playing the guitar loud enough for the whole neighborhood to hear it, in his underwear and socks, crying when I walked in while he was watching The Notebook. The shades were closed. It was a beautiful day in I think it was like 85 degrees, summer day. This dude's in his underwear and socks, jamming so hard, blowing the speaker out of the amplifier, in his underwear and socks, drinking Bud Light. I mean, if that isn't like romantic and tugging at the heartstring, I mean, this man, like, can you imagine walking in on that? Your roommate just in his underwear and socks, just with tears in his eyes, playing his heart out.
I gotta ask, did you hear the guitar being played as you were walking up to the house?
Yes, because it was my amp that he blew the speakers out of during this jam session.
He still owes your amp, doesn't he?
He blew that amp way out. Yeah, it was done. He cracked that thing to pieces. So yeah, no, it was a really good amp, and I knew where it was coming from. But the tears, the chonies, the socks, the 12-pack of Bud Light, tears in his eyes. I mean, if that isn't romance, if that doesn't tug at it, I don't know what it does. But I had to throw that in there.
That's fucking great. That's
for The Notebook. Okay, I got a couple more for you, Sean, real quick.
Sure, buddy. Yeah,
we're gonna cover, all a bunch of from fucking the 80s to the 2000s or whatever. Okay, so how about Dirty Dancing?
Nah.
Does it? Doesn't do it? No, Patrick Swayze? No,
it doesn't do it for me. To be honest, no. Like, okay. I really didn't care for the movie, to be honest with you, anyway. So doesn't do it for me.
Okay,
doesn't do it for me. I'd rather watch The Notebook. So
yeah, Dirty Dancing. I love Dirty Dancing. How about Ghost?
Nah, same thing. Doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it. It's like Ghost, Footloose, Dirty Dancing. Like those movies for me just don't do it. You know, they're not my cup of tea. So never will, never have been.
All right, I got to give you one more. This is closer to when you were out of diapers, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, for sure.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Never seen it. Never saw it.
You've never seen The Fault in Our Stars.
Never saw it. Big Hank Green fan, and John Green wrote the movie, or wrote the book and became a movie. But no, never saw the movie. Sorry.
Man, that is a really. I saw that movie with my girlfriend, and it's. I wouldn't say it's a Valentine's Day movie per se, but gosh, it tugs at so many emotions, which brings me to my point about Valentine's Day movies. Like, do you feel like a Valentine's Day movie has to cover every base? Like, do you feel like the movie should make you cry, make you laugh, make you smile, make you a little bit angry, and at the end of it, you just want to just take all those emotions and maybe put something on and just choke somebody for a little bit, you know?
I mean, I guess it's kind of what vibe are you going for the Valentine's Day, right? If you're going for hey, we're just going to put this on in the background while we just fuck it out, you know, then I would put on Anaconda 2 or Anaconda with Jack Black and Paul Rudd that I just recently watched. A short review on that movie. Solid movie. Solid remake. It was pretty funny. Fun, enjoyable ride. But you put that movie on while you're fucking. That's the kind of movie that is, right? Or do you want an emotional experience? Like for me, you put on La La Land and I'll be fucking fucking bawling my eyes out over here. All right. So it depends on what kind of vibe you want. So I don't know, man. To each their own, you know, like to each their own. Fucking fig tree or whatever that guy says in the quote. But no, I guess, Joshua, the question for you though is, what are you putting on for Valentine's Day, or what is your Valentine's Day movie go to? I wouldn't say any one of these because The Fault in Our Stars is pretty sad. I don't know if anybody's going to be wanting to do anything other than cry at the end of that movie. Unless you're into that. So.
Yeah, exactly, right? A little bit of that. But you know what? You put a little Dirty Dancing on. It's got music.
Really?
It's got
Dirty
a vibe.
Dancing
It's got energy. You know,
Huh.
Ghost. There's love in life and love in death. You know, there's a lot of passion there. I just think that, you know, a good Valentine's Day movie should cover all the bases, should tug at every heartstring, and then make you get closer to the person you're on the couch with. Yeah. You know?
No, I agree with you. I think 100%. I think a good Valentine's Day movie should cover all the strings, right? Or if you just want somebody to get close to you, put on a fucking horror movie or some shit where people get scared and want to just hold each other. Like that's the other option. Listen, if you want to get close to me on Valentine's Day, put on Signs and I will hold you for the entirety. That's my fucking nightmare fuel for me. Jesus.
That movie still scare you? Signs?
Yeah, I just recently watched it for Halloween on a movie marathon, and it was fucking terrified me. That scene with the fucking zombie, when the alien comes out of the fucking plants and the Mexican kids are all like, "Moo's behind, it's behind," and then they fucking got with the scary as fuck. Can't even handle it.
You know, yeah, you're right. I guess it could be scary. I'm not. You know, scary movies don't scare me too bad. I'm good with scary movies. But yeah, buddy. Should we move on to the next topic? Are we ready to roll? Okay.
Let's move on to the next one.
All right, Sean.
Break upside of Valentine's Day. I still can't get it right.
You should just let me read that shit. Honestly,
probably should.
It's the break upside of Valentine's Day.
There's no in the title now, okay?
You know,
you just added that.
Words in there. I mean, fuck, dude. Whatever. I throw words in all the time. All right, John. Real quick. I mean, we can linger on this topic, or we could just shoot right through, depending on what we want to do. So, do you see is there a break upside to Valentine's Day? Like breaking up before Valentine's Day, or breaking up during Valentine's Day? Because I have a list.
Interesting.
This isn't a personal list, but I don't want anybody to judge me, you know, although we're on here to be judged, going to be honest. Feel free. The comment section is wide open, except for some of you who get real dicey, then we may have to edit.
Then you will get blocked.
Yeah. I mean, we just got to be mindful of all that shit.
Be respectful. Gosh.
I got a few things that why there is an upside to a breakup during Valentine's Day, RB4. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first one on my list is time.
Okay.
Honestly, you'll just have more of it without somebody. I'm just saying.
Well, obviously, yeah. Well, yeah, no shit.
Hey, the upside of the breakup, man. These are
So
net positive
we're going
reasons.
Positive things for breaking up before
The break
Valentine's Day.
upside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
is
the
one of those
upside
things
of
on this
breaking up.
list money, that you're saving money? Is that on the list?
You are absolutely correct. Number
Ah.
2
Ah.
is the amount of green in your wallet or the amount of times your card gets swiped.
Okay.
I know some of us don't carry cash in their wallet anymore, so you probably got the plastic. You look at the profile of your credit card, and it just gets thinner by the month just because of how many times. Plastic's not supposed to wear down that fast. So if your card is worn down, you're spending way too much either on yourself or the other person. But yes, Sean, you will have more money because either you're eating with one person, you're eating with 2 people, or 4, depending on what kind of lifestyle you're in. You will have more money.
Damn.
If you don't have more than 1. You're just eating for 1.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Makes sense to me.
And the third one I have on my list, you can actually start hanging out with the friends that your girlfriend fucking hates again. Because now they can come back into your life because the person the person you live with or sleep with or have to pick up because she doesn't have her own car yet or doesn't even take Uber,
Deal breaker.
or
Deal
he,
breaker
she,
for sure.
whatever. It doesn't matter. But now you can start hanging out with that friend that you had to stop hanging out with because they're just a little too much for your partner.
Okay, hang on. I got some questions. I'm understanding why you broke up, but I feel like if you found somebody, especially if you found somebody last week, and they are not willing to hang out with your friends, then that person's probably not for you. I feel like the ultimate test of a relationship is introducing them to your friends, right? Or if you have no friends, then I guess introducing them into your waifus or your digital AI robots, right? But I feel like that in itself is a very important thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. And if they're not on board, then you should just instantaneously just break that shit off, Be like, hey, these are my friends. These are who they are, and I love them. And if you're not okay with that, then I need you to hit the road, Jack, Unless, of course, your friends are like creepers or some shit. Like maybe you're not aware that you have some fucking vile friends, And maybe they're trying to wake you up to that. And you don't see it until it's too late. And then you discover that you're an alcoholic. And then your whole life starts to spiral. And because she was the one to tell you that you were an alcoholic and you didn't want to believe it and your friends were horrible, you just keep going further and further down this weird, depressing rabbit hole. And then one day you wake up and you're half naked next to a raccoon eating a slice of pizza. And you don't know whether or not you are still alive or if you even want to be alive. And it just spirals out of control, buddy. And all you can see is her face. And it just drives you to madness. And you just can't help it. I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent, buddy. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I get it, man. And just a real hot take. Have you heard about this thing that Tinder's doing now? It's it's like Tinder hot takes or hot take dates. I forget exactly what they're calling it. But when you go on these dates now, what they're saying is instead of being who you're pretending to be, like the filters are on every time you take a picture or whatever, you basically show up to your first date and you just are your most raw self. Like everybody farts. Why not on the first date? Just let one rip. You know what I mean? Or you burp or you don't wipe your mouth after every piece of food you eat, So they were talking about this new Tinder trend, and it's just basically on the very first date you meet them, just be your rawest self. Do you think this would be a strategy that's good for somebody or people?
As long as you're not rude about it, as long as you're not making yourself like, I guess the best way to put it is like, as long as you're not burping in somebody's face, right? Because you're like, oh, that's the raw me, or, just being an asshole, then I don't see why this is a problem, like show who you really are. Like, I know first dates are always like, you got to be preen and proper, you got to show your best foot forward, but it's not like that. It's not like that all the time. Joshua and I will go on a date and he'll fucking stick his foot in my food, and that's okay. Like, I'm not saying you need to do that on a first date, but be a little open with it. I'm all for that, buddy. I'm 100% for that. be a little more you on a first date.
I do agree, but there's still some manners, right? Like you're not going to be a total weirdo, but there's a little bit of grittiness and rawness to all of us, and sometimes the best way to show that, I think, is through music, Sean.
I agree.
And this 100%. Is, I think, a part of the podcast where we dive into one of our lovely AI songs of the day. Yes. Everybody,
I am really ready for this. Joshua, is there a video component to this one this time?
Okay, so I did lay down. So we did this video. We did this a little bit different. I did some editing. I have a program. It's called DaVinci Resolve. No sponsor, but hey, if you want to sponsor at some point, that'd be awesome. Shit's expensive. But I did a little bit of editing. I'm not a pro at it. Just I had some fun with it. So the look of this will be a little bit different. So if you're just listening, keep listening. If you want to slide over to YouTube or come check us out on the website, sorryforthelay.live, check it out. But this one's a little bit different. So the song for the week, though, because Sean kind of grilled me last week, guys, off camera. Mm-hmm. He says I never introduced the song, and I never like highlight what the song's about. Mm-hmm. So today, everybody, the song you're going to be listening to is called Stars Cross Tonight. Fuck. Why was there so many pauses in between? I don't know. And the style of the song is it's raw, it's gritty, it's intimate. So sit back, enjoy. This is a song by yours truly. And let's hear it, Sean. Put a chord in the jukebox.
Said, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you, buddy. And for the people watching, keep on watching. And for the people listening, keep on listening. Here we go. Star Cross Tonight. Enjoy. Oh, wait, sorry. Hang on. Don't enjoy yet. Now you can enjoy. Here you go.
The night's listening. I was raised on a different side of town. Different prayers, different last names now. They told me, boy, don't cross that line, but I crossed it the first time I saw your light. Keep my head down low.
Smile, pretty, do what I'm told. But every rule I ever knew shattered the second I ran into you.
They say love's a dangerous game.
Yeah, but danger never felt this right.
If this is wrong, I don't say
don't let go, hold me tight.
So kiss me like the world might end tonight, like the stars are falling out the sky. If loving you's a losing fight, then I wanna win this life. We're running on borrowed time, hearts beating out of line. Star-crossed, but we're alive. If this is faith, then let it shine. Balconies and whisper lies, moonlight hiding tears we cry. They see your name, they don't see me. They don't see what you do to me.
I've been fighting ghosts I didn't choose, old grudges wearing brand new suits. But when you say my name out loud, I forget what I'm supposed to be afraid of now.
If dawn breaks us apart, I'll love you till it hurts.
If hearts gotta fall,
let mine fall first. Ooh, so kiss me like the world might end tonight, like the stars are falling out the sky. If loving you's a losing fight, then I don't wanna win this life.
We're running on borrowed time, hearts beating out of line. Star-crossed, but we're alive. If this is faith, then let it shine. I walk through fire in my Sunday best.
Take every word they throw at my chest.
I burn every crown they put on my head just to be yours when the night's not dead.
If history only remembers the pain, then let it forget our names. So love me like we're out of time, like forever's just a state of mind. If heaven's closed and hell's the price, I'd pay it all for one more night.
We were never meant to survive, but look how hard our hearts collide. Star-crossed but unified.
If we fall by my side, they'll tell this story wrong someday.
But we were real, we were brave.
Star-crossed tonight. Forever we were alive.
All right, there you go. Wow. Shit, Joshua, that was pretty decent. I enjoyed it.
Okay, you're okay with that? I mean, it took time to evolve. You know, not every song
it's a
could just
slow
be
build. It's nice, but it's good for like a Valentine's Day night. You know, it's just like one of those ones you throw on in the background. You know, while you're undressing each other. It's just like a nice, chill, seductive vibe. You know, it's not bad. Not bad.
And what I was going for is like a Romeo and Juliet kind of theme. You know, just that lovers court, just so much passion, so much love. Just sometimes it isn't so hard just to fall in love sometimes and just be who we are. You know, there's so much in between. But yeah, there's always a struggle with love and even in friendship. But there you go, man. That was the AI song of the episode. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
that was great.
good.
Thanks.
It was fun to make.
Sound Lab exclusive, as that video stated.
There you go. Just a fun little editing, man. It's good. Yeah, exactly. Just having fun with that shit.
Good. I'm glad you're having fun because it looks fun to watch. So
all right.
Let's move on, buddy. Let's do this fake wine or fun times. And this is one I had for you, my dude.
Okay.
So I got something for you here. Joshua, have you ever had a beatbox, or do you know what a beatbox is?
Yes, I got exposed to beatboxes by somebody who I'm not, you know, I shouldn't even say this. I don't even know if they were legal. I mean, I'm assuming they were legal because they had it in possession and they gave me one while we were on the golf course.
Interesting.
Yes. So I do know what a beatbox is. Yes.
Okay. All right. So then my question, buddy, is do you prefer beatbox over real wine?
Jesus. I feel like the beatbox sort of falls into the Four Loko type of family. You know, it's like that quick fix. They put it in a flashy little box, pop the top, have a good time. Yeah, I mean, do I like it better than?
Yeah, that's my question. Do you prefer it over wine? Like if you had the choice, right? If there was a beatbox in front of you, ice cold, or a bottle of wine, would you rather have the beatbox or the wine?
I mean, if I'm staying classy, then no. If I'm just trying to get a little trashy, yeah. Give me a beatbox. Give me a 6-pack. Let's have a good time with the beatbox. But I will say that not to like totally try. If you've never had one, I think you should try it. But you are squeezing a little juice box. It is kind of silly looking, you know. It's just like they're playing to a certain market.
Looking. Yeah, it's very like young adult, I guess I should say. It's not for kids, obviously, but it's definitely catered to like an adult with disposable income market. I don't know, childhood adult. I don't fucking know what the word is.
Yeah, you will catch a buzz off. I'm gonna tell you that. So again, just a quick fix. Again, the Four Loko family. I think who knows? Maybe made in the same place. You know, they're sneaky like that.
All right, well, then that leads me into this, Joshua. So after you've had a beatbox, sometimes you get into some weird hypothetical questions, buddy. I have a list of would you rathers that you're gonna ask yourself here, because you're gonna pick which one I'm gonna ask you. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 would you rathers. You obviously don't know what they are, but pick a number between 1 and 5, buddy, and then I'll ask you the question.
1 and 5. We're gonna go with 4.
All right, Joshua, Would you rather go on a date that ends with fireworks or ends with breakfast the next morning?
Oh, damn. See, this is tough because I love fireworks and I don't eat breakfast.
So you'd rather have one that ends in fireworks?
I mean, God, see, I always need context for this shit. Like, it's so vague for me because I've had some very bad firework experiences, like lighting the one that should have gone up in the air, but I left it on the ground and exploded like a fucking like a dynamite, and I almost died one year on 4th of July. So, I mean, waking up to a good breakfast. Do I got to make the breakfast myself?
That was not specified in there. So whatever makes you happier, I guess. Like if you're not making the breakfast and that's what you want, then yeah, you're not making the breakfast.
If I'm sitting in a robe, you know, maybe on like the 87th floor in the penthouse, you know, looking down and having a good time, or I'm on a beach and a nice breakfast. I mean, a good breakfast. I'm like, okay, I'm going with breakfast because fireworks is just, they go boom and it's good night. A good breakfast kind of starts the day, you know, you good breakfast with somebody in bed or whatever. Some on beach. Yeah, I'm going breakfast. 100%.
All right, cool. Let's do another one. You have 4 choices, so 1 through 4. Pick one.
Okay, I'm going to go 2.
2. All right. Joshua.
Even numbers. Would
you rather watch a rom-com or a thriller on Valentine's Day? We kind of answered this earlier, but what would you rather watch?
I'm all for thriller. I like anything. I'm an adrenaline junkie, man. If it doesn't get my main vein pumping, I'm probably I need to pump, you know.
Okay. All right. I was going to let you choose this one, but I don't know whether or not you're going to choose it or not. So I want to ask this question, buddy. And then maybe I'll let you choose a bonus one. So this is me asking you, Joshua, would you rather accidentally say love you too early or accidentally call them your ex's name?
Oh, shit. I mean, my ex's name is it's not a common name. So if I said my ex's name, it would be obvious that I'm just being a dick, you know, like I'd have to really pronunciate, like I'd have to draw that one out.
Really enunciate it.
I mean, there's a lot of letters in that name. So it's not easy, you know? Shit. Why not some controversy? I'll just go with the ex's name. Fuck it. Let's have a party.
Let's have a party. Fuck it. Oh, shit.
Party, man.
All right. Last one, buddy. 1 or 2?
1 or 2? I said 2. I said 2 and 4. Right?
No. Well, I just deleted some. So now you're down to 1 or 2. Like,
okay. All right, let's go with 1. Fuck it. I was going to pick 1. Even you said you were going to pick that last one for me. I was going to pick 1.
I gave you a little bonus episode. I gave you a little bonus question. All right, so then we'll do number 1. So Joshua, last one for the week. Would you rather receive a playlist made for you or a photo album of memories?
Damn, a playlist? I mean, music, they say music brings back memories, but photos, what do they say? It's worth 1,000 words, you know?
Yeah.
That music can't provide. It's hard. That is a hard one because even, you know, you start thinking about, you forget what things even are, you know? Music has healing properties. I'm going to go with, I'm a deep thinker, man. Like if you're looking for some fucking,
really thinking about this one.
Yeah. I mean, cause I'm drinking wine, man. I'm not sipping out of a garbage can tonight. I'll give you some garbage can answers if you want. You got to give me the right drink for that shit.
I should get you a beatbox. Damn it.
Yeah. Give me a beatbox. I'm going to go with, give me some music. Let's turn up the speakers. Let's get rowdy. As much as I'm a visual person, I could close my eyes and imagine if I hear the right kind of music. So I'll let my imagination take over. Give me the music.
All right. Hell yeah, buddy. Hey, do you want just the last one for shits and giggles? Because why not?
Yeah, let's shit and giggle. Let's do it.
Because I'm very curious. All right. Officially the last would you rather for the week, buddy. Would you rather do a date that involves learning something like a class or museum, or pure vibes, walks, drinks, that kind of thing? What'd you rather do on a date?
Okay, fuck, dude. I want to elaborate more, but I'll just go with the vibe, man. I like to learn shit, but I'm all about vibes, and I feel like if you're vibing with somebody, you can learn shit along the way. So the learning comes with the vibe. Okay, so I will go full spectrum on the vibe because you're bound to teach me something if we're vibing. Guarantee it.
Okay. Now, out of all those questions I asked you, do any of the answers change after you've had like 3 beatboxes?
Do any of them change? Holy shit. No. Like, I mean, no. I usually I can be a little stubborn when it comes to my decisions. You'd really have to sway me. Like, you'd have to oil me up and get me real pretty to change my mind.
The man is consistent with his answers, folks. So that's all that matters. Buddy, that's all I wanted to talk about on Fake Wine or Fun Times. So there you go.
That's good. That's good. All right. Let's hit this last one. Why not?
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this last one.
Okay.
This is all you. You read this. I'm not reading it again.
Oh, this is me? Yeah. All right.
I'm not reading this shit again.
All right. For the record, Sean did this. What we did discuss this, but apparently Aphrodisiacs is hard to roll off the tongue after a few beverages.
I got a fat tongue.
He does, and small lips. Doesn't make it easy to get around.
Yeah.
Aphrodisiacs, real or placebo? Well, Sean, we all need a little something extra sometimes. Like just sometimes we just need like what is the ingredients to stimulate the blood flow? What are those? What is your spinach to Popeye? Your Popeye to your spinach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me personally.
Yeah. I want to know what's on your list because your list may or may not match the list that I have over here. Okay. So let's give it to me.
See, here's the problem though. Here's the problem. Here's the issue. Here's the rub. All right. I mean, rub
might be one of the ingredients, actually.
I don't think that aphrodisiacs work. I think it's all placebo. Okay. That is my take on this kind of thing. Like you hear like chocolate strawberries or honey or fucking blueberries, whipped cream on the tip. You know, those are all things that I just feel like aren't really doing it. You know, I don't feel randy when I eat a chocolate strawberry. You know, like there's nothing getting me going after that. You know, like I'd rather just look at you completely naked. That is what really gets the blood flowing. That is what pumps the main vein full of fluid. You know, so that's what I'm doing, buddy. That placebos, the aphrodisiacs are placebos. Final take on that. But I would like to hear what some of them are.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a couple of them, and then I have a question at the very end of this to end this segment. So, Sean, do you have a palate for saffron? Does saffron tickle?
I mean, I've had saffron
in
before,
any way,
but I've never. Like, I'm not going out of my way to eat saffron, so no. Okay, I guess I would say.
Because apparently saffron does have some side effects, and again, is it placebo or it just depends on what you believe on? Is it woo-woo or not? So some studies have shown improvements in mood and arousal. That's what they're saying. Saffron could do this for you, man. I'm giving you the tips and tricks right here.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I mean, I might try some of these ones. Maybe not saffron because I feel like that's a little too hard to incorporate. And there's a whole black market, just side tangent. There's a whole black market on fake saffron. That's like a big deal. Like you can't really get like actual saffron. It's like super fucking expensive. So
yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, so crazy. Like synthetic saffron, that'd probably it'd probably do you more harm than good, right?
Yeah. So
okay. So how about how do you feel about ginseng?
Ginseng, isn't that the stuff that's in like energy drinks? Isn't that what like you drink a Rockstar that has ginseng in it? Is that right? Or am I wrong on that?
I mean, I don't know how it's made or it's produced. It's a plant or what it's made out of, but apparently it's known for potential benefits to for vitality and circulation. Ginseng,
potential. Yeah. Now you're throwing out buzzwords where it's like potential. It's like has the ability to maybe wink, wink. You know, like I don't know, man. That seems all placebo. It's all placebo.
Okay. Let me give you the last two, and then I'm gonna hit you with the question for you and anybody listening. Just have some fun with this shit. All right, Sean. So I also have watermelon on this list, and I also have oysters. Okay, those are the last two.
All right, oysters. I have heard like Okay, first, hang on. I'm still stuck in the watermelon thing. Let me get past that real fast. First of all, I've never eaten a watermelon and thought to myself, damn, I could really fucking fill a hole right now, you know? Never once in my life has that ever been a thought that's crossed my mind after consuming watermelon, okay? So right off the bat, placebo. If anybody's feeling fucking randy off a watermelon, get help. Second thing, oysters. I think the only reason people are getting off on oysters or after eating oysters is because it mimics like the allure of going down on somebody. You know, there's like that weird like crevasse of a shell that you're putting your mouth on that gives you that weird oral sensation, you know? So I think that's the only thing that oysters have going for them, because other than that, you ever chewed an oyster, Joshua? It's fucking disgusting. It's gross.
Hey,
it's sandy like the ocean. You know, that's why you never chew, you swallow. And that could be another innuendo for the episode if you're keeping track. But like I said, all of these, placebo, buddy.
I mean, apparently it's high in zinc, which supports hormone productivity. I guess production. So I get this is what they're saying.
What's doing it?
Zinc. High in zinc. Really? This I don't. Yeah, exactly.
You know what else is high in zinc,
saying,
buddy? Airborne. The medicine airborne, the preventative to get sick, that's high in zinc. I ain't feeling horny after eating one of those. I'll tell you that right now. All right? Fucking placebo.
I mean, but hey, I'll tell you what, if anybody's putting an oyster in their mouth expecting that's like the same texture and sensation you're going to get from going, like going down. I don't even want to say like.
If this man can't even talk about it. Joshua, we're already an hour into this. People just have tuned out, or they're really focused on listening.
Hey,
right
bro,
now.
if you're putting that in your mouth and expecting that slippery and slimy thing to taste exactly like your partner does down, you are incredibly wrong. It's not going to be that sandy. I hope it's not that slimy. And God forbid it smells or tastes anything like a fucking oyster. Because if you put tapatio on that shit or lemon to make it taste better, I guarantee your partner is going to be pissed. So don't go looking to oysters to either boost it or have it taste or feel like anything else. Because oysters are not going to do it, everybody. Hot take. Jesus Christ.
So then, what's the question, buddy? What's your question for me?
So here's your question for you and everybody listening. Would you get upset if your partner started slipping these types of things in your food, or slipping them in to either kind of slide it by the fact that your Eiffel Tower isn't towering anymore? Like they are going behind your back, but essentially putting it in your mouth at the same time to hopefully improve your methods, or would you be offended if you actually found this out? This got journaled somewhere, like, hey ladies, like say you had a camera set up in your house. Guess what, girls? I've been slipping my man this stuff, and he has no idea why he's eating oysters, or I'm making him watermelon smoothies and shit, chocolate covered watermelon, saffron, fucking just a powerhouse of shit to put in your mouth. Would you be upset if you found out later if the reason was because you just weren't, rising to the occasion anymore?
I guess if I noticed, right? If I found out that they were doing this because the old main vein can't produce as much as it used to, then I wouldn't feel bad. Like, I wouldn't be upset, but I would feel more like self-conscious after that. I would feel more upset with myself and like think more like, is this really what I need now? Like, I've gotten to the age where I'm just overweight and I need to eat an oyster to like feel something again, like to get that arousal going. It would lead me more to that rather than like wanting to beat the shit out of my wife for it, So like that's probably where I'm at. I'm in that camp. So
I mean, would I be bummed? Would I be bummed? No, I wouldn't be bummed, because honestly, I
would you embrace it?
Yeah, no, I would be totally like into it, because everything on there seems to be good for you. Yeah, I would totally embrace. But I don't think with me you'd have to hide it. I think if anything, you would just be like, hey man, this is on the menu, and I would get it. I would understand it. Yeah, if I'm not cracking concrete anymore for you, then please add stuff to my food. Put it in. If I'm not busted,
That's gonna be great. That's gonna be a good one.
if I'm not chiseling through granite, head first.
Josh,
by all means,
before we sign off on this episode and do our fun finds and stuff like that, I know it's going to go a little longer because it's a Valentine's Day special. We do it's usually a little longer. But last year, buddy, do you remember what I did last year for us when I talked about some of the cartoon females that I would love to date or was attracted to or not attracted to?
No, I don't remember this. No,
I'm glad you don't. But you guys can go to Sorry for the Late Out Live and check out that episode again if you really want to. But buddy, I have a question for you, which is kind of like bugging me.
Okay.
And it's been bugging me for a little while. Like animal couples, buddy. Animal couples, like just odd couples in like movies. You know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, before he becomes a prince, right? Like, she's into that. She's into that. She's agreed to that. Would you agree? Like, are we in the wrong?
I mean,
like she didn't know that the prince was going to become a prince, right? Like she was all for it, right?
I think there's a reason why these are cartoons and not reality, because if this is reality, that's called bestiality, and that's fucking disgusting. So no, I am not into bestiality. And if you're that hairy, you know what? If you're that hairy, I might buy you a razor just because I don't want to. No one wants to fuck Bigfoot. Just saying. I mean, if you do, maybe
speak for yourself.
I mean, maybe, but no. I mean, Beauty and the Beast. Love comes in all different shapes and sizes. So maybe all along she knew she had her rosy glasses on and knew what he looked like hairless, and he was going to turn into a prince. Like she knew it. So. Okay. I give her a pass, but am I going with Chewbacca or it from Family? Was it Family? Adam's Family? No, I'm not digging around. Do that.
Okay. Mm-mm. I mean that's not even the weirdest thing I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to bring that one up as like a starting point. Okay. What about nowadays? You're seeing a lot of these like interspecies couples, like Kermit, Miss Piggy. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, if it fits, why not sit? I mean, go for it, man.
Okay. And then, I mean, yeah, sure. I guess the whole reason I brought this up is because there's this whole movement with Zootopia and the fox from Zootopia and the rabbit from Zootopia. This is a big thing in the furry community now. There's a lot of cosplays going on with those two specifically as an interspecies couple. And I haven't seen the second Zootopia yet. I don't know if they fall in love again in that second movie. And if they do, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about the love between two different species of animal. And I just want your take, buddy, if you're pro this or against this.
If they can have, Beauty and the Beast, if they could have Bert and Ernie, if they can have Oscar, from Sesame Street and Big Bird, there's a love there between the two. They just haven't figured out how to make it work.
What?
There's love. There's all kinds of love. So
also,
sometimes
Bert and Ernie are very, very. They're people. Bert and Ernie are people, right? They're not like a dog and a cat falling in love,
But they are stuffed animals. I mean, I don't know how you tug on those strings, right? Yeah. So, I mean, how you get two furries to make another furry? I don't know. Is all the fluff just a bunch of cum? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on your thought, buddy. Are you pro this or anti this?
I think in order to have diversity, you got to mix it up a bit. So yeah. If you're whatever you're into, if you like it, if it's your flavor, and if it fits and you want to take a sit, go for it. Try it out. Yeah. Make something new. Create diversity.
Create something new. Oh my
Create
God.
something new. Create something new. How are we who we are today without diversity? This is the problem. There's too many things that are the same. Let's mix it up a little bit. Miss Piggy, Kermit, if you're real, if there is a universe you exist, make some babies. I don't know what they're going to look like, but
try it.
Do it.
Continue to try. Listen, we're not here to yuck anybody's yum.
No, absolutely not.
I just wanted to get that off my chest because I thought it was an interesting topic for a Valentine's Day episode. Just odd couples. So, buddy, let's land this Valentine's Day plane. Let's do some fun finds, some lucky numbers, a fortune, and let's get the fuck out of here. So,
yeah, I know, right?
What do you got, buddy?
Gosh, I because this is a Valentine's Eve episode, I had to find something within the house that it clearly is a fun find because it was so damn dusty. I forgot I even had it. So I like literally found it again in my house. So I have two. I have an actual in-house fun find, and I have a fun find that I found somewhere else. So I'll show you both of them right now.
Interesting. Okay. Hell, I'm excited for this.
All right. Again, so since this is Valentine's Day, I found this. Sean, you may be able to relate to this or maybe not, but I think this is in true Valentine's Day fashion. And if you're just listening, you're going to have to slide over to YouTube or the website to see it. But here you go, Sean.
I'm ready.
This is my Valentine's Day fun find to you.
Oh, it is a what looks to be a poop emoji with high heels, or it's standing on little hearts, holding a heart.
Yeah.
Is that what that is, buddy? What is that?
Yeah. It's a yeah. And if you look hard enough, there's actually a hole in the back of it. If you really wanted to, if you can't find love, there you go. There you go, buddy. It's
great. Now I know why he keeps it under the desk.
Yeah. This thing was so damn dusty. So that legitimately was a fun find in my house. I don't know how long I've had this. I don't even know where it came from. But I think it even lights up, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have no idea what it's going to do. I'd hate for it to start spitting fluid all over the desk and shit, like if that's what it does. But that is my very Valentine's Day specific.
Nice, buddy. Nice.
Fun find in my house. And I have one more.
Okay. He's got one more. He's back under the desk. I'm scared because you pulled out that turd from the other one.
So this is a true fun find. I went into, I found this at Target, and because we show off Funkos, I got a shit ton of Funkos. I almost have too many. We should probably start like a little Funko store at some point.
We probably should do a resale on some of these things. We have a lot of them.
But you might find this actually to be pretty cool. But I found a bunch of these biddies, and it's a whole set.
Whoa. Oh, the Daily Bugle. All right, these are all Spider-Man Biddy Pops. I love the Biddy Pops, dude. I fucking love those things. It's awesome, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. So every one of these is a Spider-Man. All of them is all uniquely to the Daily Bugle. So, yeah, man, that is I got two fun finds for this episode.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love it. I love it, my dude. And speaking of Biddy Pops, buddy, let me show you my fun find because I too have some Biddy Pops. This is my Valentine's Day fun find. Here you go. These are Wally and Eva in the little bouquet. There you go. You can see that there. It's a little Biddy Pop in their bouquet, and you can see the little picture back here.
Where'd you find that?
Look like. So this was actually at the Funko store. This was actually in the Funko store months ago. I'm talking like almost at the end of June last year. So I was able to procure this, and I've had this with me for that long. So yeah, I just finally was able to show it off. So there it is. That's my fun find for the week.
And I'm a little jealous because Sean literally lives close enough.
Oh, yeah.
You could probably crawl there,
I could. It would take me a while.
But
it would take me a few,
but you're like that close. Like if I crawled there, it would take me like weeks.
Yeah, it would just take me hours.
Like hours to crawl there. Yeah, like you could Uber there. Like it wouldn't cost that much. Yeah. So Sean's very fortunate, and we love Funkos on this podcast. But yeah, that's a good point, man. I enjoy that.
Yeah. You ready for a fortune, buddy? Is this our last fortune in that box?
Yeah, this is the last fortune. I'm going to have to put another dime or another quarter into the Amazon purchase account because this is our last fortune from the Naughty Dozen, which is kind of nice because this is leftover from Christmas. Yeah. So this is pretty old. So we got to update. It's time to update. Get some new fortunes in here. And in true spirit, we are going to hope that this last fortune in this box
is a good one.
Because you come all this way to get to the very last fortune of the box. and you really hope I can either read it or it's not a repeat, because both of those truly suck.
Yeah, they do.
All right, Sean. And in true holiday fashion, hey, here we go. The elf on the shelf suddenly quits, claiming hostile work environment. There you go, everybody.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
A fun one. I mean, those people really abuse those elves, to be honest. You've seen some of that shit? Like, they'll put him in like an ice bath, and it's like him just fucking being drowned. Like,
I have not seen.
crazy.
The closest thing I know about to what elves do is when I watch the movie Elf with
you don't know what an elf on a shelf is?
No, I know what elf is. I mean, I don't even have an elf. I have Snoop on the shelf these days, man. I've gone Snoop on the stoop. That's the direction I go. I go to rappers now on my shelves. I don't even use the real elves anymore, man. Yeah.
Well, shit. All right, well, let me give the people their lucky numbers so we can get the hell out of here. Here are your 7 lucky numbers for the week. Use them for whatever nefarious reasons you would like. They are as followed: 4, 17, 19, 38, 51, 65, and 68. Once again, your 7 lucky numbers are 4, 17, 19, 38, 51, 65, and 68. Let us know if you win anything, because that would be fucking cool. I don't think anybody has, but you never know. Those could be the ones that win it. And now, finally, we've come to the very end of this episode. This beautiful Valentine's Day special, a little long in the tooth, but Mia can probably edit some of this shit out. Thanks, Mia. Appreciate you. But what she's not going to edit out is the most important thing that Joshua will say to you guys this week in what could be your final time hearing him. Joshua, what do you have to say for the people this week, my dude?
Well, Sean, and everybody listening, everybody watching, this has been a truly a fun episode. And I really do hope everybody has a good Valentine's Day, even though the two of us do not celebrate Valentine's Day that much. I really hope one of you along the way in February finds love, just like Beauty and the Beast, just like Bert and Ernie did, in each other. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will be back next week on episode 121. Can you believe it? Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's listening to the music. This has been a fun journey, and like I said, we'll continue to do this. And this is Joshua. I'm out. See you next week.
That was beautiful, Joshua. Congratulations on another victorious monologue. Like he said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check out the website. Check the website out. Sorry for the little late out live. We have a new logo. I don't know if you saw it, Joshua, but it's spring themed. For the months going into spring, and then we'll change it for summer. So for those of you wondering why the winter logo didn't change last episode, it's because it wasn't the end of winter. So spring logo. Sorry for the late out live. There it is. Buddy, one last thing before I leave for the week. Sticking with the North Pole theme, I guess. I thought this was... I'm going to tell you this, and then you tell me if it's offensive or not offensive. So here you go. Joshua, what is Santa's aggressive cat called?
We're still doing Santa jokes in February. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Mrs. Claus. Is that offensive to Mrs. Claus?
No. She works too hard. She probably doesn't have nails anyways, man. She's in the trenches. She's putting shit together. Yeah.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. We out. Deuces.
I'm surprised your finger's still snapping.
Why? Because they're so big, so thick, so
well, that you've done it for 120 episodes. So I think by now you build up calluses by now. Those fucking
well,
things.
The thing is, Joshua, I don't ever use my hands other than snapping. So they're beautifully soft and supple, like little Vienna sausages. So,
I mean that the fact that you don't snap tells me lots. It's like you're not that asshole that snaps at people to get them to do shit.
Hell no. Like, no, I just whistle at them.
Fuck, I know, right? I know. What would be worse, snapping or whistling? when it comes to fucking just being like improper or what's more rude, snapping or whistling at somebody.
I feel like whistling is a little more on the ruder side, right? Because sometimes you got to snap to get somebody's attention, and that doesn't. It feels like more aggressive, if anything. Whistling seems more disrespectful. So like if you whistle at me, I'm not turning around. You know.
And I feel like I've seen even at like restaurants, waiters and stuff, like, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, you know, so it's almost like proper maybe to do that instead of whistle.
I don't know if either one is proper, but I mean, it's like the same, like, what would you rather have somebody clap at you? You know, just like fucking.
I mean, I'd rather have them clap at me than give me the clap if I had to choose between claps.
I guess.